What's going on, guys? So, got another refurbished console from GameStop. This time I picked up a limited edition PS4. It's the original PS4, but it's actually a limited edition Call of Duty 3 version, and it's 1 terabyte. Now, I actually bought this thing a couple months ago, and I'm just now getting around to unboxing it. So my warranty is completely up. I mean, if you're familiar with GameStop's warranties on their used and refurbished stuff, it's like 30 days, and this has been like 60 days, so yeah, so much for the warranty on this thing. So hopefully it works. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull this thing out. If I remember correctly, it cost me about $270, plus of course tax and shipping, whatever they charged for that. And they did include some of these air bubbles, of course. So it's got a little bit of protection, but nothing crazy. And the box looks decent in here, so I'll take it. Alright, so of course let's take a look at the packing label. Hopefully it focuses on this and you can see it. PS4 system, COD, Black Ops 3, $273 plus tax handling, comes out at $300 and some change. And here's the box. The box looks to be in pretty good condition. This is kind of basically the same box that GameStop uses for all of their refurbished and used stuff. As you can see, it's premium refurbished PlayStation 4. It's the original one. It's got a PS4 console, PS4 controller, USB controller cable, AC cable, HDMI cable, and of course their free 30-day guarantee that has run out for me now. Alright, so let's go ahead and slice this thing open now. See what we got inside of here. I'm pretty sure it just came with the console and not the game, which is not a big deal. Black Ops 3 costs like $10 nowadays. And right on top we of course have our quick start guide, which I still can't believe GameStop actually gives these out. There we also have our cables and controller. So first we take a look at our cables. We have our USB cable, micro USB to charge our controller. We have our power cable, and we also have our HDMI cable. And right here is our controller. Unfortunately, there's no kind of limited edition controller. It's just the regular PS4 controller, which seems to be in pretty decent condition. The back of it actually seems really slick. That's odd because the joysticks don't seem to be used too much. But then the rest of the console or the rest of the controller just feels really slick, like it's been used a lot. That might just be from what it was cleaned with. I'm not sure, but it looks like it's in decent condition. Just a bunch of dust and stuff on it, and all the buttons are clicky, so I'm not too concerned about it. And then down below this cardboard piece, we should have our console. And there it is. It's kind of packaged in here. It looks like they tried to package it with their little foam pieces, but it looks like it got loose. And hopefully that didn't mess up the console or anything. But this is actually an interesting looking console. I've never actually seen this thing in person. So let's get it out of here and look at it a little bit. So here's the console, and the first thing you'll notice is that it's completely matte. There's no gloss, which I didn't realize until I just took it out of the box. But I'm glad there's no gloss, because the gloss part of the PS4 is probably the most annoying part of it. Just because you could just touch it with your hand and it immediately has a bunch of scratches. So I'm glad it doesn't have gloss on it. It makes it look nicer, and it preserves kind of the look longer. I mean, usually if this is a gloss console from GameStop, it would already be super scratched up, but it doesn't look bad. All of the black part looks good. The little orange lines look like they're intact just fine. And if we look at the front of the console, you can see there's some more, basically some symbols here. I'm not a big Call of Duty guy, so I don't know what these symbols mean, but we got our 3 here from Black Ops 3. Got a couple orange buttons, which are cool. I wonder if this console makes cool sounds when you turn it on. Probably doesn't. I know the Xbox consoles do that, but I'm not sure the PlayStation does. And over here on the side, you can see it's 1 terabyte. And then if we go over to the other side, looks about the same. No issues there. And then you take a look at the bottom, looks fine, no issues. It's got the 3 rubber feet here, so your console will stand up. And then of course in the back, pretty standard. You got your 2 screws right here. Normally there would be like a little warranty seal right here, but of course because it's a refurbished console, they open it up and clean it. I'm not sure how much cleaning they actually do. But then we got your power ports, optical, this proprietary USB thing, HDMI, and an Ethernet jack. So first look at this console, it actually looks pretty good. I think a big contribution to that is the fact that it's an all matte console and there's no gloss. So this console didn't even give GameStop a chance to make it really dirty. So I'm pretty impressed so far. Let's go ahead and plug this thing in and make sure it works. Alright guys, so I got everything plugged in, and as you can see, it's a pretty nice looking console. It just looks good in the the typical console position. I also have my controller not quite plugged in yet, but I'm going to go ahead and try to turn this thing on, and then we're going to see if it works. And then we'll plug the controller in and try to connect it up. But moment of truth. There was one time I had a PS4 where it would just shine the blue light and never turn on, which was an issue. Oh, well, that's a good sign. We got our PlayStation logo up here. Let's go ahead and plug in our controller and make sure that works. So we got our PlayStation controller plugged in, and oh, it is one of the new controllers, so that's nice. You can tell if it's a new controller because it has the light bar on the touchpad. So that's cool. It's charging up too. Got it turned on. As you can see, it shows up on the screen. And I think I say this every time I do something with the PlayStation, but it's the nicest thing that I don't have to do an update before I boot this thing up. I mean, every time I do a video like this for Xbox, it takes me like twice as long just because I have to, do an update before I boot anything. With PS4, I press like 10 buttons, and I'm already to the main screen, telling me to see my health and safety warnings, which I've never actually read. And here we are, guys. We're already booted up, and there's the console. No issues so far. We're going to go ahead and try to boot up a game and make sure that works. So I have Watch Dogs 2 here, which is kind of in honor of Watch Dogs Legion. If you're familiar with that, it came out today, or the same day I'm filming this video. I haven't picked it up yet, but I'm probably going to pick it up tomorrow, just because I'm a pretty big Watch Dogs fan. I wouldn't say a huge Watch Dogs fan, but I am a fan of the games. They're pretty fun. And there it goes. That's the first time I put a disc in a regular PS4 in a long time, and it sounds a lot worse than the PS4 Pro disc when it's going in. This one sounds like it's a little bit sick, but I think that's just a factor of it being the regular PS4, not the PS4 Pro. So what it does have to do is it actually has to install part of the game. So let's wait for a minute and see if it finishes that pretty quick. So actually, while I was doing this thing, let's go ahead and try to play around the console some more, see if we can connect to the internet. Because that's a test that I don't always do, but I probably should, because it's probably a good test to do, just because you would like to connect to the internet, hopefully. So let's go ahead and see if we can connect up. Set up Wi-Fi, easy, and my Wi-Fi is, oh, I forgot this. So this console doesn't do 5 gig Wi-Fi; it only does 2.4. So my 5 gig Wi-Fi is called My Dog Craps in Your Yard, which is that's what I was trying to show you guys. But my 2.4 is free Wi-Fi, not a virus. And let's go ahead and connect up. All right, guys. So we are connected up, and I just added something to my downloads. I guess it has to update the system software. Well, let's go ahead and test my internet connection. I'll be curious what the speeds show, just because if you're familiar with the PS4, it's got a pretty crappy Wi-Fi card. I don't know why, but okay. Well, it didn't run my speed there. But somewhere on here, it'll tell you your speed. At least I thought it did. That's weird. How old is the software on this thing? Let's go check it out. System info. We're on system software 7.5, which is not that old because the newest one is 8. So that's not that old. I didn't know if the fact that it wasn't showing me speed test was because I was so old, but huh. That's odd. I could have sworn that the PS4 will show you speed test on here. In fact, I know it does because I've done it plenty of times in the past. It might just not be showing it because I'm not actually connected to the PlayStation Network right now. I haven't signed in or anything. But let's go ahead and check on Watch Dogs 2 and see how much farther it's got to go. So it's actually taken a good long while. Let's go ahead and wait for it to finish installing. Alright guys, so it finally finished installing. And while I was waiting for this thing to install, I went ahead and looked it up online to see if this is normal. And apparently I just happened to pick one of the worst games in Watch Dogs 2. Because I read other people on Reddit saying Watch Dogs 2 takes forever to install. But it actually didn't end up being too bad. It was like 15 or 20 minutes. But let's go ahead and see if we can boot it up. And see if it'll actually boot up. Oh, of course I have to... Oh, I don't have to do that. And let's go ahead and make sure it fits the TV screen. Not that I really care right now. Might as well. Nice. Watch Dogs 2. I don't remember what year this came out. But, both Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2, I played them both a lot. Have them both with a PS4. I'm actually really interested what year this came out now. I'm going to guess like 2016 maybe. And I can't actually find anything. I see somewhere it says 1999 to 2016. See, I'm going to guess this was made in 2016, which is longer ago than I thought. Yeah, I played that game. Watch Dogs is pretty fun. It's like GTA, but more techie, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of hacking and stuff like that. And nice. So it looks like it's working. Let's go ahead and try to boot up a game and see if it loads all the way up and we can actually start playing. I think it was based in San Francisco. I'm pretty sure they had like Google's campus and stuff on here and some cool stuff like that. So it's a fun game. So this game is taking forever to load. It's been loading for like a whole minute, and it doesn't look like it's stopping. Oh, there it goes. Right as I said that. So it took me about a minute and a half maybe to load, and here it is. So it looks like it's working. And yeah, San Francisco, that's where it's based in this game. And yeah, looks like my PS4 is working well. I'm actually pretty pleased with this console. You know, the only thing that I'm not super pleased with is how expensive it was. I think $270 for this console is, you know, pretty steep. You know, for almost double that price, or a little bit less than double that price, you can get a PS5, or even just $30 more, you can get a Xbox Series S. So I think it's it's a pretty steep price to ask. I guess it is a limited edition console, so of course it's going to sell for more. So I can't complain too much, and I did pay for it willingly. And yeah, it's just kind of how GameStop plus limited edition. It's just basically the worst or best of both worlds, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, guys, I think this went pretty well. Console looks pretty good. Basically, because it's a matte console, there's not too many scratches or anything. Console boots up fine and stuff. It's kind of slow, but that's because it's an original PS4, so I can't expect too much from it. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future, and hope you have a great day.